Hey, good morning, family. It is Monday morning, March the 22nd, and I'm so happy to have you joining me for another week of devotions. I pray that this is going to be a great week for you and that you're going to experience the blessing and favor of God all week long. So let's get it started today. Let me ask you a question. I wonder how many of us are tired of being skeptics. I wonder how many of us are tired of being bitter. Are you tired of being unforgiving? You tired of being hard on yourself? If you're tired of all those things, then it takes a change. And changing our minds to align what we believe with the beliefs of God about us is part of the process that we participate in order to see our lives come out of darkness into marvelous light. It's one of the ways that we take responsibility for becoming the people, the men and women, the people that God intends for us to become. So if you're tired, if you're done today, if you're done being a skeptic, if you're done being tired, if you're done being bitter, if you're done being hard on yourself, if you're just done with all those things and you're ready to bring your life into alignment with God's will and God's purpose for your life, listen to what Paul said to the church at Ephesus in the book of Ephesians, chapter number 4, verses 20 through 24. And I'm reading from the Message version. But he said this. He said, "Since then, we do not have an excuse of ignorance." Since when? Since we came to know Christ. So since we came to know Christ, we no longer have the excuse of ignorance. Everything, he said, and I do mean everything connected with that old way of life has to go. Why? Because it's rotten through and through. Here's his command, or here's his directive to those of us, that he was speaking to and us today. Get rid of it, he said. Everything that has to do with that old life, get rid of it, and then take on an entirely new way of life. A God-fashioned life, a life renewed from the inside and working itself into your conduct as God accurately reproduces his character in you. Watch this. It's not your responsibility to reproduce the character of God in your life. That's God's responsibility. Your responsibility is to get rid of everything, and he said, and I mean everything, that has to do with the old way of life. So as we begin a brand new week, and we want the character of God to be developed in us, let's participate with God this week, and let's say, hey, if I'm tired of being bitter, if I'm tired of being angry, if I'm tired of being a skeptic, if I'm tired of being unforgiving, and if I'm tired of being hard on myself, then I'm going to change my mind this week. I'm going to align my life and my mind with the will and purpose of God. I'm going to do my part and get rid of everything that has to do with the old life. And then I'm going to allow God to accurately reproduce his character in my life. Man, I can't wait to see us looking more and more like Jesus as he accurately reproduces himself in us. Come on, let's get up this week. Let's get rid of everything to do with the old life, and let's watch as God reproduces his character in us. I pray for you to have a great week this week. Lord bless you. I'll see you tomorrow, the good Lord willing.